So conversation creates wealth. People want to tell you these things, right? So invite more conversations. Get clear and write down what you want, bro. And the world's yours. Quite often, like when I'm traveling with my son, we have these really great conversations, or when we're driving in a car. A lot of times I'm just quiet and then all of a sudden he just starts to speak. My wife kind of taught me that. And when we were in Spain a couple years ago, we had so many conversations around money. I thought, you know, it'd be interesting to update that and kind of let you look over my shoulder what this might look like. So we're just gonna be around my cabin property, and it might be a little weird. It's not a normal thing that we would do here, but I thought, what would these conversations be like? And what would my son learn from it? I just feel like this is a message that, you know, I want to capture, and I even want to share for his kids one day. And so hopefully this helps you with the really important money conversations, career conversations, and life conversations, so you give your kids permission to prosper.
What's the best investments you can make as a young kid like me, or like someone who's maybe like in middle or high school?
Right, so invest in you, and then you can learn how to make more money. Then you learn the skill to keep more of the money by, can you save tax? Can you save on interest? Then you learn how to grow your money. But I like to learn to grow in ways that are consistent with my skills. Some people are really good at real estate, others are not. Some people are great at buying a business and turning it into something. Others are good at starting a business. Other people hate doing business. Some people are good at creating content. You know, think about all these content creators that you follow online. That's a business, but it's also intellectual property. Like,
Yeah.
look, I made some mistakes investing. Like, I did really well in real estate early on, and I thought, oh, I did well. It was more about timing and luck than it was skill. So I started doing more and more without really going to real estate courses, without really like diving in and reading about real estate. I was just kind of doing it half-assed. You know what half-assed is?
Like you're going halfway.
Yeah, it's like just not all the way in. And so people get distracted and diversified and spread thin. And I'm saying focus. Like, how can you really learn a really important skill on making money on your money? Just get really good at one. And if you could focus there, you grow it, then you can protect it by diversifying.
Yeah.
And that's more stable. But like and that's why you just focusing on Bitcoin at your age, that's totally cool. Now it's volatile, but you've got a long horizon.
Yeah.
Right? But that's kind of passive. So if you were to actively start making money on your money, it's about like, what do you want to learn about? Do you want to learn about business? Do you want to learn about real estate? Do you want to learn about sales? Do you want to learn about, you know, creating content? Like, just find the one thing and just be like, I'm going to start dedicating a little time to this one thing to grow the skill.
Yeah. I've been looking into energy reading for
What is it?
energy reading.
Yeah, for your own, help people with energy.
Yeah, me and
Like the individual and their blocks and their,
yeah, I actually just got looked at a website recently that showed pretty good promise to what it could be.
and you might attend that
Yeah, I
and
might
invest in
attend
that.
yeah.
Right, so that's growing your skill set. Everything from like a good mastermind or a good mentor or coach or a good system. Like, you're good with systems, like create rhythms. You know, when you just started reading and meditating and doing a cold plunge, you just create a system. Like, every day, this is how I invest in myself.
Yeah.
And you pick one thing. If it's this energy work, you go, okay, I'm gonna read at least 10 pages of an energy book every day. I'm gonna watch a YouTube video and find my tribe and find the people that are good at teaching this to cultivate it. I'm gonna go to this school where I can learn that skill. See, it's like you're just investing in you. You're not worried about, I'm gonna put my money in real estate, or I'm gonna put my money in stocks.
Too many things at once.
No, you're gonna focus on you. At 20 years old, see, because everyone's gonna convince you, Brack, if you just put $100 away every single month into a diversified S&P 500 portfolio, a Vanguard or an ETF, and you just put that in for 40 years, you'll have $1.13 million.
It sounds great.
And you know
sounds
what?
Great.
That's gonna spend like $10. Like, it's such a dumb idea. Like, they're telling you, if you're just disciplined and patient, if you're mindless and you don't think about what you do, one day you could be a miserable ass millionaire where you've got a bunch of money that you don't know how to spend or manage or create cash flow with. So what I want you to do is I want you to invest in you. Cultivate what it's gonna take for you to figure out how to add value with this energy. Learn those skill sets so that you become more valuable, and then as you make money, then you learn like what's the way that you're gonna make money on the money. Bitcoin will be one thing for you, but what's gonna create cash flow? So that's the thing, is that's the invest in you. You go all in, and you gotta have the right, like when I was 19, I got licensed in this thing called LEAP, Lifetime Economic Acceleration Program, and I loved it. I would VHS tapes, you don't even know what those are. I'd watch those.
I know what a VHS is.
Yeah,
I'm
I'd watch those
not that
every day.
young.
Every day I would watch one. It's an hour and a half every day. Watch them over and over again. Then I started going to the events. I started going every quarter. Then all of a sudden they came out with the software, so I was going every month. And what I did was, at an early age, people were like, how are you doing so much business? It's because I immersed myself. I got obsessed with it to the point where mom's like, if I hear the word velocity again, we're breaking up because we weren't married yet. She's like, you're such a nerd. But find what you will geek out on. I don't have to go, hey, Breck, do this, but you go, you want to do it. It calls to you. If you find that, that's special. Like, remember when you decided you want to start writing music, how excited you were? Pacing the house?
Oh, absolutely.
Find that with this energy. Like, who will help inspire you? Who will help you grow? That's going to be the game-changing thing for you, dude. Like, that's the investment that matters. Bitcoin, great, awesome, glad you're doing it. Gives you a lot of possibility. But what I want you to do is go like, what do you want to do in life, dude? What will help you grow in value, consistent and aligned with who you are? Find those skills, bro. That's the game. You do that, life is pretty sweet. There's a lot of people without purpose. They're very frustrated. Remember when we walked the other day and I was like, man, it's been a hard couple years for a lot of things. You're like, well, what can I do for you? I was like, well, keep giving me hugs and hanging out with me and working out with me. I'm like, but just find the career that matters to you. Find your path, bud. Like, we love you. Everyone supports you. We want you to choose what you want, dude. Like, you don't need to do it for me. I want you to do it for you. And I want you to go all in, get committed, put your time and money into it. We'll support and pay some, but you'll pay some. Yeah. Then it'll matter to you.
One thing I learned about just remembering information is like, usually when I read information, I just read it once and I never go over it again. And you'll typically forget unless it's really memorable, but like one thing that I did do is like, I went over it daily or like maybe like once every day or something to like have that just kind of embedded in you so that you can actually remember it instead of just looking at it once and forgetting it.
2 weeks ago, my mentor said, you should listen to this talk. I've listened to it at least 15 times. There's certain books I listen to every year.
I'm thinking like, there's no way I can read books and remember all this for the rest of my life. I have to read it multiple times at least.
And like, if someone wants to learn a language, one of the best things they could do is like go live in that country for a while.
Yeah.
It's an immersion, right? You immerse yourself in it. So how can you immerse yourself in this career that you want? How can you learn right now? Because you have the freedom. You don't have the pressure of big bills. You're not married yet and having kids. So like, you have this unique opportunity. When I was your age, I flew somewhere once a month for 26 straight months.
Oh my.
Because when you're young, here's a secret, when you're young, people love to pay it forward. So guess what? You can meet with people that someone that my age can't meet with because
they love to help young people.
How many people love it? And it's like, think about it, when I'm running my events and my clients are there, how many people sit and talk to you and they're excited to talk to you?
A lot, right? Every single one.
Right, because we love watching someone young find their way. There's so much possibility. And we want to see the next generation improve. So like, that's the gold. You just need to mine it. You need to just like, you're so disciplined, but if you just like, what's the rhythm? What time of the day do you start studying this stuff? What money do you have set aside to help pay for these things?
What rhythm works for you?
Right, it's helped really work for me, but you got the flexibility. It's now time for you to find that, like, what's that bridge to go where you want to go?
What's the next big step?
This energy work where you can help people. My business partners died in a plane crash, right? So I was like, crap, I'm gonna have to learn to market because we just kind of lost half of our leadership. And so I just was in this program, Strategic Coach, and Dan Sullivan and Babs, his wife, they called me and they said, hey, we're so sorry to hear about your partners. What can we do to help? I was like, I'd love to interview Dan. I'd just love to like come to Toronto, sit down. And in that meeting, I said, hey, I need to learn how to market. You need to meet Joe Polish. And they made the connection. And I learned how to market because I see that was a skill that was going to be really important for my business after my partners died. And we got really good at it. So like, what's that skill going to be for you? And all you have to do is ask and you shall receive, right? That's biblical.
Yeah.
So ask for support, ask for help, ask who do you know? Where would you go? Like, you could call Deborah and Terry and these people that have worked with you and say, hey, who do you know that could help me with this? What book should I be reading on this? You just got to ask.
You ask the
People
question. You
want
ask
to help
questions.
you, man. They want to help you, but you've got to create the time and space. You got to ask the questions, and you're going to find like the special aspect of what you do to contribute to the world. That's the investment, dude. It's not real estate right now. It's not buying a business. It's not even Bitcoin. It's you really establishing how you grow your value and knowledge to serve others. That's the game.
I certainly learned that you should not ever be afraid of what you want to invest in and where you want to invest to, and not be afraid to say no to people who might sway you in a direction you might not be comfortable with.
If you don't have a plan, someone else will sell you theirs. So let me show you this, okay? We had this old cabin that you remember, really small. And the last time we stayed there, I'm sleeping on the couch because your brother's sleeping in the room with mom, and every bed is filled, and there's people on the floor, and there's 2 dogs, and it's straight chaos. There's the dog on cue.
Yep.
So it's just straight chaos. I'm freaking exhausted when we left, and I was like, that wasn't a vacation, that wasn't fun, that was exhausting. And we're driving home, and mom pulls out a pencil and a piece of paper, and she goes, what do we want? What's our dream when it comes to a cabin? And I was like, logs. It has to be real logs. She's like, yes. She's like, I want a loft. I want it to be very open and high ceilings. I'm like, absolutely. I'm like, it has to be on water. I don't care if it's a river or lake, but it has to be water. She's like, okay. She's like, it has to have big mature trees, is what she told me. Big mature trees. I was like, I got it. She's like, I want land. I'm like, yes. And like, we just went through the whole drive home for an hour, listed precisely what we wanted. So I call this person that, I was, helped me buy the cabin, the last one. I said, hey, these are the things we want. If you find it, let us know. And so he sends me some stuff, and I get back on the phone with him. I go, hey, I'm not looking for a house. I'm not looking for anything you sent. I'm looking for this specific thing. I call this materializing something. Because we're now really clear what we want. We write it down and we dream together. This is what we want. And then a few weeks later, I'm hosting an event, I'm speaking, and it's a break, and I get on my email, and an email comes in and says, I think I found the place. I pull this up and I go, oh my God, this might have everything that we're asking for. So we drove up that night. Even your cousin Beckham hid under the stairs because he didn't want to leave, because he loved this place so much. And I looked at Kara, I was like, and she's like, and I'm like, let's get your dad up here. So he drives up, inspects it to find out if there's anything wrong with it, finds a couple minor issues, and we get this place. We materialized what we wanted by identifying it. We had the clarity. So your job in life right now is to say, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want life to look like? What do you want to do? And take some time to have fun and have adventure, and but also go like, what do you want your life to be? Do you want to be married one day? Start to write this down. This is how we materialize it. This is how we bring a vision into reality.
Yeah.
This is part of that. What's their biggest takeaway?
I love what I learned, or just the big awe. And if I think I should really think about more what I should invest in I guess the business world, because I know like I've done Bitcoin stuff, but there should be at least something else in case something goes wrong in that direction or something.
And you should get clear and write down what you want, bro.
Yeah, that too.
Ask the questions. Get into your network. You have good people that have helped you through life. They want to see you succeed. Ask them. Sit down with your grandpa. What's the most important lessons you learned in life? What's the biggest thing you overcame? Sit down with your cousins. What's the single best thing that you like about me? Have them tell you. Start seeing yourself as the best version of who you are. People want to tell you these things, right?
Yeah.
So conversation creates wealth. So invite more conversations. Ask more questions. Do more writing. And the world's yours. Thanks for doing this, bud.
You're welcome, man.
Hopefully you learned some things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What have I never learned when I'm with you? I always learn a lot of things.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
Indoctrinating me.
Educating. Indoctrination is the garbage, but
I
yeah,
know.
you're right. I'm slightly doing that.